I had the vision, I had the belief. I never knew how far I could take it, but I always knew I could take it far. I seriously feel like I can't be beaten there mentally. I've lost many a times in this game. It's about the will to win, but it's also about the will to be able to lose and accept losing. Life's about doing what you don't want to do, to keep going even when you want to quit. And mentally, I feel like I can't be broken. In my mind, my athleticism, my heart, and my killer instinct. Those are my four horsemen, and that's what makes me, man. When I step in the octagon, I step in there having faced every opponent I faced. We take pieces from each other, and I don't forget that. I sat on that stool, looked at my coach, and I was like, I can't do it. And he's like, DJ, you can. You got 5 more minutes to change your life. Once you've conquered that breaking point, man, it takes you to a whole other level. Hey, man, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're as strong as the people you surround yourself with. When you walk to an octagon, man, I love having people on my back that I know if shit hits the fan, these guys got my back.
Hey, welcome back to Rear Naked Truth. Special guest today. This is a big moment. I've been talking to this guy about doing this podcast for many years, but I've been talking to him as a good buddy for even longer. Welcome him in, Dustin the Hanyak Jacoby.
Thanks for having me, man. It's
What's
good
up,
to be
brother?
here. This is super cool. I love the setup. I love the podcast. I love the venture, the journey you're about to go on.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
You're such a part of it, man. I mean, I wouldn't have been as exposed to this community, I feel like, if, we didn't get our friendship hopping, and then, your career didn't take off the way it did. I was just so inspired watching the hard work that you've put in, man. It's been legit one of the greatest pleasures being able to see you succeed, and to then have you come in and not just hang with us, right, and have a good weekend, but be able to do this and talk about, who you are as a person, as a fighter. That's, I think, one of the most interesting aspects. So I'm pumped to get into it, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to be here. We go way back, all the way to our college years. My career was just taking off. And I had the vision, I had the belief. I never knew how far I could take it, but I always knew I could take it far. And, here we are today. 52 pro fights as a pro, 52 fights as a pro, I believe. Just a lot of up and down. The journey's been a wild ride, and it's cool to be talking about it a little bit with you on your new podcast. So,
dude,
Rear Naked Truth. I like
thanks,
it,
brother.
What a name.
Man, 52 fights, dude. It's that many?
52 or 51. I had 10 amateur fights. I think it's 52 or 51. 51 or 52. 50 plus.
Yeah.
So been at it for a while, man. 15 years professionally.
I have a quick question right off the bat, actually. If you could, what is the main difference between, other than talent level, what would be the main difference between your amateur experience and your pro experience?
The experience, I
Okay.
would say, man. The experience overall. When you're amateur, you don't know what you don't know. My first amateur fight, I don't think you were there.
Okay.
My first amateur fight.
I don't
No,
believe
you
I-
wouldn't have been, because I hadn't
No.
met you yet. That
No.
was July of 2008.
We met in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shortly after, but just the experience, man, on that, my first amateur fight ever, I felt like I could have beat anybody in the world that night. I felt like I could have done exactly what I did. It was a first round knockout, 55 seconds. I feel like I could have done that to Anderson Silva. We're talking 2008. And because you don't know what you don't know. And that sounds so crazy, right?
Yeah, but to that point, though, are you saying that in retrospect, when you become a professional, you start to feel as though you are vulnerable, or?
It's just the experience, man. It's going through it. It's going through the different battles. It's really just living that life and pursuing your dream. And that's what I've done the entire way. And the Hanyak, I always say, is forged in fire.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that, I'm Dustin. You guys are talking to Dustin right now, but the Hanyak is a different beast, and that guy is a different person. And when he steps in there today, because of all the experience and because of the fire, because of what I've been through, I just stand so much stronger today.
Yeah.
I was just telling my wife the other day, I seriously feel like I can't be beaten there mentally, and it's going to happen. I'm a realist. I understand, man. I've lost many a times in this game. And that's another thing I try to tell people today, man. You see me and you think, you see the bonus checks and you see the wins. Man, there's been way more losses. And what keeps me going on the big picture is there's definitely been more highs, but I still lose. I lose all the time. I lose in training. I've lost in front of millions of people. Like, it's just part of it, man. I was watching the Secretariat
on the way here.
On the way here. And one thing the lady said, that the guy's daughter who owns Secretariat, it's about the will to win, but it's also about the will to be able to lose and accept losing. And when we go in there, man, we're literally in the most vulnerable position you could put yourself in. Half naked, in a cage, locked in front of millions of people. Either you're going to win or you're not. You're going to get beat up, you're going to lose. And it's crazy, man. I
feel like I see the Hanyak even outside the cage too. When you're at a blackjack
he comes
table,
out sometimes. He comes out sometimes.
Face.
It's part of my personality. He'll show his face, right? It's kind of like when I describe that. It's kind of like Kobe Bryant and the Black Mamba, right?
Mamba mentality.
He created the Mamba mentality, and it was like his just a place, his dark place that he would go to, and he would destroy people. And then there was Kobe Bryant. There's the Black Mamba, and there's Kobe. There's Dustin. There's the Hanyak. So. But yeah, he comes out a little bit. It's still part of me.
Do you like going to that place? I mean, like when you're in a training camp, right? Like, I've talked to some people that, are, friends with you in your circle around where you live. They say there's fight camp Dustin, and then there's out of fight camp Dustin. What's that all about, essentially?
Well, in fight,
can you see it, I guess, is my question. Is there a difference?
I definitely feel it. And this is where I feel bad for my wife too, because when I'm in a fight camp, it's not that I'm more mean or more aggressive. I'm just more tuned out. I'm more turned off. When I say eyes on the prize, you follow me for a long time. One of my hashtag quotes is always eyes on the prize. Yep. And people could see that and they could read it and whatever. But to me, when I type that, it means so much more. So when I'm in that fight camp, there's not much more I'm thinking about. And it's like a bittersweet thing, man. It keeps me locked in, but I also miss out on a few things. And that's another interesting thing about fighters, right? We go through these fight camps and I love it because it gives me structure. It gives me purpose. But when I'm in a camp, I'm always looking at, for instance, I was in camp in January, but my fight was May 31st. Mm-hmm. So everything between January and May is kind of, I don't recall because everything's so focused on that one day. My eyes are on the prize. My eyes are on May 31st. So I kind of miss out on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 weeks beforehand because I'm so dialed into what that has to be done.
Well, it's a job at the end of the day. And, you hear from any industry, people saying things like, I've just been so locked in for so long. Is it almost like this kind of gap in time where you feel like maybe mentally, even emotionally, like you're disconnected from a lot of people because of that?
100%. Yeah. Man. They are gaps in times. And the dates are, I'm pretty good with the dates, but that's because they're so significant to me. Yeah. They mean so much. And I put so much time in leading up to that specific date that it's just everything else is kind of a blur. And I'm not always, while I may be there, I may be sitting here, I'm not fully present. Yeah. And in fact, we were talking yesterday with you guys, it was cool because I came here. It's the first time that I had been to your place and
we're so happy
we were talking about it. I love Summertime Shy. I love Chicago and I couldn't wait to be here. But when we were having that talk, it was on my weigh-in day. And it was like I was there, but I wasn't fully there. I knew there was a job to be done. I couldn't really enjoy that moment. Mm-hmm. So that's why I really appreciate moments like this because I'm not in a fight camp. I'm just shooting the shit with you guys on the podcast and enjoying my time, man. It's a different thought mindset. It's a different mindset.
I think to sort of double down on that too. I think, and this is really sort of part of the genesis as to why Kelly and I wanted to do this project at all was because fighting is so unique. Of course, every competitor at the top level, you talk basketball, football, baseball, whatever, golf for that matter, you lock in and it's, you're a different animal. Most people, I'd say, most athletes for a time. But I just think the stakes are so much higher. And the biggest thing for me, man, is people who, we'll throw the C word out there, casuals. It's like casuals don't understand what it takes out of you. You're giving us a glimpse and I love that and I appreciate it. I just think you sacrifice way more than a podcast, than a media day interview can unveil. And that for me warrants an ungodly amount of respect for what you guys do.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, there is a lot that goes into it, and it does take a lot of your mind, a lot of your thoughts. It takes every ounce of you. It really does, being in a fight camp. And the high-level athletes, man, there's something crazy about us. We're wired different. Like, literally, there's nothing that I don't think I can do. And if you want to compete at it, I think I can do anything. And that's a dangerous
You can do anything.
I can, right? And then that's where also, you know, my whole career, I'm in the big picture, I'm definitely towards the end of my career, being a realist, it is what it is. I've been doing this 15 years. And that's the thing about fighting that's so dangerous, because that mindset will never go away. I'll be 55 years old, Lord willing, and still believe that I can get in there and do what I used to do, and physically it's just not possible.
If you need somebody to just beat the shit out of for a couple of rounds too, I'll be that guy.
Yeah, I know you're that guy.
And I might unfortunately find out. Maybe I should have fought. Maybe I should have done something.
I remember having this talk years ago, man. I could see you doing it. You got that personality. You're not scared to put it on the line. You're not scared to be vulnerable. And that's what I like about you too, man. It's super cool. But you've got some crazy flexibility. Like, his high kicks are probably better than mine. I'm not joking.
He's full of shit.
I remember being 22 years old and this guy fucking throwing his leg kick up. I'm like, holy shit, man, can you teach me how to do that?
Yeah. And when I said you could do anything, I kind of meant it, of course, in your life, but I even more specifically meant it from the standpoint of not too many people know, like, all right, there's a common thing in, especially fighting. There's like, he's a dog, he's the fighter, or he's the brawler, he just goes wild. And then there's this other kind of dynamic or, characteristic of a fighter, the athlete. You personify that, I feel like, so well.
100%. So my coach, Mark Montoya, he's I've heard him say this, and I've heard it elsewhere as well, but you have fighters, you have mixed martial artists, and you have athletes. Yeah. And sometimes you have all three. I think I am a little bit of all. I'm definitely a little bit of all three, but I'm much more first. The prevalent is I'm an athlete. And I think that's what's gotten me to where.
All-state athlete back in high school too, yeah?
Yeah. I was all-state in football, all-state in basketball. But anyway, that's ultimately where it's got me is my athleticism. I say we have a 4 horsemen, and we call it the 4 horsemen. What are the 4 things that make you? And
at the gym?
At the gym.
Yeah.
And my 4 horsemen, I always say first and foremost is now my mind. This sport is so mental. Life is so mental. It's a uphill battle, and it never gets easier. And if it did, why would you do it? Life's about doing what you don't want to do, to keep going even when you want to quit. And my mind, when I say the Hanyak is forged in fire, that's why I put my mind first and foremost, because mentally I feel like I can't be broken. But then I've got my heart. I always fight behind my heart. I'm a guy that has a big heart, and I put it on the line for me, for my family, for my friends, for anybody that's like looks at me. I want to make them proud. So my heart, my athleticism. Mm-hmm. So you got the mind, the heart, the athleticism. I've always been a very high level athlete. I'm blessed that way. That's a God gift, man. He's given me my talents. So, I thank him, and it's all glory to God when it comes to that. I'm a very blessed man in that way. Not everybody has that talent. I've always had natural talent. And then the 4th, which I think is one of the most crucial that I think anybody listening right now would agree with, my killer instinct. When you ask me how I'm going to win a fight, man, I always say by knockout. But when I smell blood, or when I sense blood, when I sense a weakness, man, I go for the kill every single time. And that's what makes me, man. My mind, my athleticism, my heart, and my killer instinct. Those are my 4 horsemen. And I've never really got that out before, so I'm glad I did. That's super cool, man. And you saw it in my last fight, dude. I hit the guy with the jab and saw I had him hurt. And what did I do, man? I went straight for the freaking kill. I go for the kill, and that's something that I take dear to my heart, man. It's my 4 horsemen: my mind, my heart, my athleticism, my killer instinct. So, going back on this, you got fighters, you got mixed martial artists, you got athletes, and sometimes you have all 3. Those are champions, and you got guys like George St. Pierre that are still living that lifestyle today, and even not competing. That guy's in phenomenal shape. That guy's still training every day. And it's incredible, man. He is a mixed martial artist through and through.
He lives that life.
He lives that life, man. And there's guys that are just fighters. There's guys that are just athletes, and then there's the guys that have a little bit of all three and an incredible work ethic, and guys like Poirier, man, just chase their dreams, dude. Last week inspired me so much. Shout out to the Diamond Dustin Poirier. I've never even met him. I feel like we'd be boys. I mean,
absolutely.
The guy's super cool, and he's a fighter's fighter. He's your favorite fighter's favorite fighter, you know?
Yeah.
And so that was really cool, man. Drew some inspiration to him, but man, he's like, I'm just a kid chasing a dream.
But
and
like,
that's what I am. That's what the Hanyak is, man. A kid chasing a dream.
Fuck yeah, man. Cheers to that. And I mean, I say this after every one of your fights, and I'm at most of them. I've missed a couple over the years, unfortunately, but I think you're talking about various types of fighters, right? But in my mind, I'm kind of hearing also like you're talking about humans to a degree, right? Like I can make a comparison with all of those dynamics to the qualities of what it means to be a good human. And what I say after every fight is just like, he's an amazing fighter and he's an even better man. And when you bring up somebody like Dustin Poirier, it's kind of like, yes, we loved how that guy left everything in the cage, but like also when he wasn't in the cage, because look, I mean, it's a sport and there are aspects of it that go into a lifestyle, but you're going to have a life after this, dude. And I feel like you're one of those personalities. You're one of those, human beings who can personify what it means to carry on the honor of what fighting, provides. And dude, if I never knew you were a fighter, like I said earlier, we'd still be hanging here having this conversation. But because you're a fighter, I think it brought the best out of you. And I mean, with that kind of said too, I mean, 2 knockouts in a row, brother, and 2 vicious knockouts. We can talk about, the bullshit behind that lack of performance of the night bonus that didn't come in the last one. That pissed me off bad. I know you were real pissed that night.
Yeah, man, that one is
only knockout.
Only finish of the night on a shit card, by the way.
You saved.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and the guys that won performance bonuses, it's not that they weren't deserving. It's the fact that nobody stole the show that night the way I did. I didn't even mention anything about it in my post-fight interview because
you got character.
But I thought it was a lock. I thought there was when I knocked him out, I went to my corners, I hugged on Crusoe and Cody and Coach. I'm like, that's 50 G's, baby.
Hell yeah.
And that's real money, man. That's real money that adds up. That would have been number 4. I've had 3. I feel like I got robbed of that one, but again, you can't hold on to things like that. You just got to go get it the next time, man. If that's what makes me too, man, is it's weird because I am a guy that kind of dwells on things, but when it comes to my career and it comes to things like that, you can't dwell on it. In fact, I went to my wife that night. I found out I didn't get it. And I said, and I was telling her, trying to tell me, I was trying to be strong for her so I could be strong.
Well, you lift each other up.
And I was like, don't even think about it. Do not let it ruin this night. I'll never forget that. I pulled her to the side. I was like, don't let this ruin the night. We were both like mind blown.
Yeah.
Could not believe that we didn't get it. But
it took you a minute and some drinks for us to get you out of that.
Yeah, I know, man.
That was a snub.
When I was telling Kayla, I was trying to tell myself, I was trying to pep myself up. Like, don't let it ruin the night. You got to look past it. We got the win, and that's first and foremost.
On the streak now.
And yeah, back on a little bit of a winning streak. It's only 2, but that's another thing too. Like even when I lose, man, I'm the man that goes through it. So I got people that are like, oh, you can't lose, or man, if you lose, it's gonna be a bad time. Like, dude, what are you worried about the bad time? You didn't freaking lose, and I get it. My friends, they feel it, but look. Here's another thing. All these gamblers, all these people like, you lost me money. Jacoby, the Hanyak, you lost. Bitch, nobody lost more than me that night.
Dude.
When I lose, nobody loses more. If you want to touch financials, nobody loses more than me. So I don't want to hear your sob story, how you're upset that I lost. Go have a good night.
Have some self-awareness too, right? Like, yeah, we all sports bet, you know what I mean? But like, I'm a Chicago Bears fan. You're a Dallas Cowboys fan. I feel like they're sort of in the same boat as far as like just holding on to mediocrity or below, right? If I bet on them and they don't win, doesn't mean I'm not going to be a fucking Bears fan anymore. But like you brought up a good point that, I mean, we were chatting about it a little last night, but it's like the Menfield loss, and I don't want to really dig into the loss, but like, dude, we were with a crew of about 50 plus maybe. There's quite a few people, and I'm watching on the screen because that was at the Apex. We didn't go, but like.
The Menfield?
The Menfield.
No, that was T-Mobile.
Oh, it was in T-Mobile?
Yeah, it was December UFC 296. Trump made an appearance.
I wasn't in the stadium. I was watching from New York, New York.
Okay.
This was what I meant to say. I'm sorry. But point being is like so many people, you know, you see people start crying. You see people put their hands in their face. And I'm kind of like walking around being like, what the fuck are you crying about? Like your boy just battled. You know, he was winning the goddamn fight. Sure, he took an L, but this guy's taken an L before. And our job isn't to go up to him and say, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I feel so bad. No, get this motherfucker up, man. He loves his people. He's grateful for his people. You can battle with a loss, right? So them walking up to you and saying, bro. It's just, for me, I was getting really angry for you in that time because their job now is to show you a good time, show you that we're here no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's just something that I kind of fundamentally disagree with as a fan. I'm a friend of yours, but I'm also a fan of the sport. And
for sure,
I can't really stomach when people kind of start throwing pity because you don't fucking want that.
Right. No, I don't, man. And I always do my best to show up, you know, win or lose, see my people, you know, thank them for the support. That means a lot to me, man. Yeah. It really does. The crew that I have, that's, you know, another thing.
You show out more than fucking some main event guys, dude.
I do, man. And it's not even me. It's my people, like you guys. It's the support I have. I always say this, man. I'm far more blessed than I deserve. And I tell everybody it takes a village, man, and surround yourself with good people. And I've done that. And I have people that have my back through thick and thin. And whether I win or lose, they're always there for me and you guys. Man, it means the world to me. And like I said, man, I feel so blessed. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I know a lot of people that have my back, good people too, man. I don't just have anybody in my circle. Like if you're in my circle, man, you're a good person, dude. I firmly believe that I attract good people. I only spend my time with good people. And people that lift me up, people that make me better, people that check me when I lose, people that cheer for me when I win, you know, people that are just there for me. And like I said, I'm very blessed in
Megan,
that regard. And
you are, dude. And that's a testament to who you are, as to, you know, the quality of people that you surround yourself with because they want to be around you. But you bring up a point. Megan Olive actually asked on not this most recent pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view before that. Can't believe she's still working, by the way, being pregnant. Kelly and
she's had her baby now.
Oh, she had it.
Yeah.
Congrats to her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She sets
I love her. She's so cool.
She sets the bar, man. Shout out to her. She asked a question in a pre-fight interview. I can't recall if it was for Max or
me.
No, to a different fighter. It was Max or Dustin, maybe. But I wanted to ask you the same thing. I thought it was such a quality question. How long do you A, celebrate your victories, or B, work through your losses? And then we can go into the process, but I'm just curious as to like how long some of those sit with you, or how long you know. Man,
every single fight is different. Every single fight. There's times you win, but I mean, this last fight, I broke my hand. I haven't been too public about that. This might be the first time I've said it, but I broke my hand, and it's just now healing up. I'm at it'll be 8 weeks on Saturday, so. I've been in the gym a few times. Just got back to strength and conditioning last week.
You've been doing some good curls the last
I've been doing some 12-ounce curls the past 24 hours. I'm feeling a little rough today, but we're back at it. Mm-hmm. And man, every fight is different. You just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the result, and you can't focus on any of that. You just got to live in the moment, be where your feet are, and take it from there, man. Win or lose, you just got to, be where your feet are.
Yeah, man. I feel like as it relates to like the losses, you and I have never really spent a lot of time talking about them. I personally almost refuse to bring them up to you. I mean, that Roundtree one stuck for a long time. I don't know. Maybe we'll be talking about that when we're fucking sitting on the rocking chair. I don't know.
Man, that's the interesting thing though. The losses, again, the Secretariat, that movie hit me. I love that movie, but I
wasn't expecting you to say that when you got off the plane.
I'm that type of person, man. I love those feel-good stories. I love those things. I love competition. There's something about competition that like really brings a tear to my eye. And seeing people win, seeing people accomplish their dreams. I am a dream chaser through and through. And when I see that Secretariat story and I see the jockey, and you know what? The jockey won a shit ton of times. He kept only clippings of the loss.
I didn't remember that part.
That one hit me so much. And again, all the win. I've got a ton of awesome knockouts. The past couple are some of the best.
Absolutely.
But those don't. When I go to bed, I'm not even really thinking about those. I think about the losses. That Minifield fight. That Minifield fight burns me, man. That guy's still number 15. And again, when I do this, anybody listening, it's nothing against Minifield. This is
no, you're a respectful fighter, man.
This because I know who I'm fighting. Even with Roundtree, and listen, I beat Roundtree. I feel like I beat Minifield, but they're still great fighters. They're great warriors. They would destroy the average man walking down the street. I know that. But man, the losses stay with me. That Minifield fight hurts me because I've learned that I get too aggressive. And in that third round, if I would have just chilled and the damage was done, if I would have just fought boring, but that's not my style. That's not who I am. I would have won that fight. I could have easily taken my foot off the gas and just sat back, man. That third round, I was peppering him with that jab so hard. And just got caught with a Hail Mary left hook.
But you're self-aware about it, bro. Like, I walked up to you. The first thing you said when we were grabbing a drink was, I was like, you got a little greedy for it, didn't you? And you knew it. You were like, I wanted it. I chased it a little bit. And, dude.
Got caught chasing.
For you to be able to, I mean, you got a lot of fighters, dude, who are like, no, that was mine. He just caught me. You always are able to have that 360 view of yourself and be like, you know exactly what you did. I don't think you can get to the level that you've reached in this sport without being able to, with a raw, crystal clear mirror, look at yourself and say, this is how I fucked it up. I think that's the mark of a true professional.
Oh, I tell you what, man, you just said something pretty interesting. I have what I call an accountability mirror at my house. Mm-hmm. I just told the kids, been talking to kids here recently, and I think that might be a little venture that I go in post fight career and just inspiring people, talking, delivering my message. But I have an accountability mirror where at the end of the day, man, it's always you versus you. It's never you versus anybody else. It's about being 1% better every single day, waking up in the morning, looking at that man in the mirror. When I'm brushing my teeth, when I look at that guy, I have a conversation with myself almost daily.
Yeah.
And it's about checking yourself, and it's about leveling up. It's about being better. It's about holding yourself accountable. And I call it an accountability mirror. I mean, I have a cold plunge in my house. Who likes cold plunging? People say they like cold plunging. Let's be real. Nobody likes getting in the freezing cold water.
I wanted one this morning.
But it's something that I do daily that I conquer myself every day. I don't want to get in there, but when I have my watch on and I start that timer, never once have I tiptoed. If that timer starts, I'm all in and I'm sitting there and I'm battling through it. And when I get out, I feel like $1,000,000 and I held myself accountable. I did one thing that I didn't want to do that day and I leveled up.
Did you do that before in the early stint, sort of the glory days? Did you have that level of awareness to have accountability?
No, I didn't. It's all life's about leveling up and it's about 1% better every day. And I've just continued to find that and to seek that. And I think that's why, I'm flourishing right now is all those little things, man. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And all those little things add up every single day. And that's another thing that the pros and cons of what I do as a professional athlete, a professional fighter, the pros and cons, man, the pros are also the cons, the eating healthy, the drinking a gallon of water a day, the things that not everyone does, but you do today what others won't. So tomorrow you can do what others can't.
Fucking just dropping knowledge on you guys.
That kind of sums it up right there, man. Doing today what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't. And the pros and cons of this sport, man, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to drink this. I don't want to rest. But you do it all. Like the things you don't want to do are making you a healthier, better individual daily.
Do you think you carry them on long after you're done fighting? I mean, because you see,
I hope so.
Like you see,
I hope so. I hope
it started raining. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a monsoon outside. What a day, man. What a day, And it makes me want to just go stand out there and dance in the ring because I feel so good right now. I just smelling the roses, enjoying the moment, man. I mean, this is cool, man. This is
fuck yeah, dude. Cool. There's a million things we can keep going into. I think though a good segue is honestly too, we're talking about 1% better every day. That's such an interesting thing. I've only heard maybe one or two other fighters say that. And I know you do a lot of research, you do a lot of reading into, personal stories, into what it means to be a leader, what it means to defy the odds, so on and so forth. But I mean, look, you were a perennial top 15 guy. And,
I am a perennial top 15 guy.
Forgive me for that. You can punch me later for it. But what I mean to say is like, you're not a fucking gatekeeper. I refuse to ever let anybody call you that. But we're on a bit of a streak right now. I feel like, what do we have enough momentum this year? Do we, we cut it in? I know we had a Jimmy Crute call out, which was dope. That was a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
Jimmy Crute's a hell of a competitor and was at one point, I think as high as 9. We were talking last night.
Was he?
I think his highest a couple years back was 9. I'm just kind of like, that's the goal, right? That's where we're going. Well, back there.
Yeah, man. I mean, the goal ultimately is to get called out. You have to beat somebody to get called out. I missed it, man. I'm a family guy. My wife and I. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to my wife too.
She's
because
in the other room.
I've said this before. She's in the other room. Like, it takes a village, and it's about surrounding yourself with great people, and it's about leveling up, right? And I can't do this on my own. I'm not 1% better every day without her. So I want to give Kayla a big shout out. I love that woman. She makes me better every day and levels me up. She makes me meet those hard choices and conquer them. And
I think Kayla's every bit of a fighter as you are.
Oh, dude. Oh, 100%, man. You should see when Jimmy Crute called me out the other day. Again, we're out in the yard picking weeds, and her and I, and doing yard work. And I go look at my phone, and I've got like 13 missed calls and like 20 messages, and I'm like, what the hell happened? And I say, oh, Jimmy Crute called me out. Okay. And you should have seen the fire lit under Kayla's ass. She was like walking around. She's like, oh, this motherfucker. Like, what am I going to wear to the Jimmy Crute fight? I'm going to wear a shirt that says, fuck Jimmy Crute. And I say that, and she's not really, fuck you, Jimmy Crute.
It's just some fire.
Crute, you can get it too. We're going to get it. I'm sure it's inevitable, but it has nothing to do with you as a person, individual. It's the fire. She's a competitor, man. She's like, oh, that motherfucker, he wants something? Let's go get it. So when I fight, man, I'm stepping in there for her too, for my friends, for everybody is cheering for Jacoby that night. That's who I fight for, to prove them right. It's never to prove anybody wrong. It's about proving myself right. It's about proving my people right. And it's ultimately about challenging yourself and conquering your fears, man, and conquering your dreams, like chasing your dreams, conquering your fears, and you got to be somebody to get called out. So I loved it. I loved the Crute call out. I think it's a great matchup, and he said it best in the back. They were like, "Why Dustin Jacoby?" He's like,
"Dude, nobody can have any hate on you, bro."
He's like, "Look, man." He's like, "I like Dustin." He's like, "Listen, that's not an easy fight," and of course he knows it's not an easy fight. But he's like, "That guy's a crafty individual. I think it'd be a good fight for him. I think it'd be a good test for me." And I think he's exactly right. Crute is a guy that's going to test me. I know what his game plan is. Crute, if you're listening, you know what your game plan is. I know what you're going to try to do. And it's my job to be prepared for that and to neutralize that, which I do a very good job of in those matchups. And that's another thing, man. When you bring when you light the fire a little bit, when you spark that flame, watch out, man.
You don't
watch
need to
out.
hate somebody to get ready to fight, right?
No, you don't. Again, it's you versus you, 1% better every day. It has nothing to do with Jimmy Crute. It has everything to do with what I'm going to do to meet Crute face to face on said date. 100%, man.
Well, look, with MSG, it would be ideally
Madison Square Garden in November 2025. Jimmy Crute, Dustin Jacoby, first fight of the main card. Let's get it popping, man. Let's give the people what they want to see. Crute is a hell of a matchup, bro. I know what he's going to bring.
September Perth ain't happening, but
yeah. Let's lay that out right now, man. My hand will not be ready, so there's no way in hell I'm fighting in September. I'm fighting in November. I'm fighting at Madison Square Garden. Whoever wants to accept, let's do it.
Thank you, Kyle.
I'm good. I'm good on mine right now.
Oh, okay.
Keep it cool. Keep it in the fridge, please. Thank you. We have a beautiful assistant here, Kelly.
Producer,
assistant,
non-interview
editor,
podcast partner,
CEO,
fucking
in
boss,
the Clinch
bitch,
LLC,
moon of my life,
Rear Naked Truth
my
podcast.
Partner in life. She's the best as well.
Bunch of unselfish plugs right there.
Oh fuck, dude. Kayla deserves it. Kelly deserves it. I'm nowhere without her. You're nowhere without Kayla. They know it though. That's the problem. But, they still need us. I wanted to bring something up, though. There's this really interesting thing that I've been really kind of analyzing with a lot of guys is like, because Max over the weekend was like egging on the New Orleans crowd to be like, boo me up. I want it. You don't ever fucking get booed. But, I mean, I can't recall a time, and I've been to fucking 70% of your fights in person. Like, who the fuck ever booed you?
The only time that really comes to mind, it was after my first stint in the UFC. I got there quick, had 2 losses, got cut. it was my second, because I had one fight right after. I fought my last UFC fight January 28th, 2012 against my good buddy Chris Camozzi.
Shout out to Chris.
It's a good friend of mine.
BKFC fighter now.
Light heavyweight champ. BKFC light heavyweight champ of the world. Chris Camozzi, just built for it, man. A tough ass competitor. Guys have been through it to get to it. That was my last fight. Then I had another quick fight. This Billy Donovan kid, I think his name was. I might not be right, but I think it is. He was like 3.
It was Chicago, then St. Louis, right?
I fought in Valparaiso. Chicago was at the United Center, and then I fought in Valparaiso, Indiana. The crazy little town. If you're familiar, people are like, oh, don't go there. Anyway, I had a fight there, and I fought this dude 3-1, and I knocked him out first round, like 49 seconds. And then I had this fight at the Borgata Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. And I fought Tim Williams. Dana White loved Tim Williams. He was 8-0 at the time. I was 7-1 or 7-2, and 2 losses in the UFC. And Tim Williams was ready to get in the UFC, and we fought. And he was the hometown kid.
Okay.
I've always said I love being the road warrior. I love going into somebody else's house and just relishing in that role. I love when my back's against the wall. I do my best work when my back is against the wall. And that is the only fight that it was pure hatred. There was so much shit talked online between fans, between other people. Again, people that don't necessarily matter, man. It's never the critic that counts. You'll never see a statue of a critic. I take that to heart.
Or a podcaster, for that matter.
It's never the critic that counts, but it's actually the man who's standing in the arena. And that was Tim Williams and I that night. And we didn't fight until like 12:30 a.m.
Which sucks.
It was the main event, East Coast. And that's another thing. That's a whole other conversation, is trying to, people don't realize all the fans are drinking beers. They're up there in a good attitude. They're high spirited. And now these these fighters are sitting in the back until midnight, and they got to go out there and perform. And they got to go be the best version of themselves while being nervous, while being under pressure, while having all these crazy thoughts and emotions. And anyway, I go out there. I beat Tim Williams in his hometown. The whole crowd's like, they're booing the hell out of me, man. And they're people are climbing the fence to get at me.
Really?
And it was crazy. I had to stay in the cage. They security had to walk me out. Like when they took me out of that casino, they took me through a back door, like a hidden exit back door, not to be around.
Like Colby Covington, Brazil status.
It got pretty violent, man. It got crazy. So that's the only other time. But now that we're on it, you're talking about being booed. That was one of the moments, and I conquered it. But when I fought my first Glory Kickboxing tournament, it was 3 fights in one night. It was
what Grand Prix was it again?
It was the first ever Glory World Series in America. They were trying to build Americans.
I don't know if you guys know the story. You should tell them how you got there too. That whole story is absurd.
Well, yeah. So what's crazy, dude, is I was training for an MMA fight against Andrew Sanchez. Andrew Sanchez, another up. And by the way, let me go back real quick. Sorry, Tim Williams did end up getting into the UFC. Had a decent career. Had a few wins. Had a few losses. Dana White loved him for whatever reason. He was kind of a scary, good-looking dude. Like he was well put together, and he had a okay career, but
I think you're a scary, good-looking dude.
Nothing. Yeah, well, thanks, Mike. Yeah. Nothing crazy, but so he didn't make it. So I was training for a fight with Andrew Sanchez, again, another, and so I gave Timmy Williams his first loss. Andrew Sanchez, another up-and-coming guy that later went on to have a great UFC career. Fought Anthony Smith, fought all kinds of guys. Fights for the PFL now. And in fact, I just saw him Wednesday morning at Strength Conditioning. He's in Denver. It's crazy. It was a blast from the past. He came up. I was like, I thought that was you, man.
All good?
All good, man. There's not the thing about fighting. You share that respect, man. You go toe to toe with somebody. It brings out a whole mutual respect, right? And anyway, so I was training for a fight with Andrew Sanchez, who I later beat, but it was a Wednesday. I had just got done sparring. My buddy Brian Foster from Oklahoma calls me up. I just walked off the mat. Shout out Brian Foster, one of the baddest dudes on the planet. And he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, there's a kickboxing match." He's like, "A guy just fell out. It's at 209 pounds, about what I walk around at the time, even maybe right now." And he was like, "Dude, the winner gets $20K." And I was like,
You scared the shit out of me.
I was like, say less, dude. What? I jumped in my car. This was on Wednesday. Thursday morning, I called up a couple buddies, my buddy Ryan Molahan, my buddy Jeff Cox. I was like, you guys want to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma with me, enter this kickboxing tournament? I drove the whole way, my Chrysler 300, drove down there. I was driving, and we knew nothing about kickboxing, but I was like, fuck, we'll just go spar. Like I'll just fight standing up. Like this is my thing. Sure. This is my jam. And so we're going down and we're reading about who's in the tournament. And
that's ridiculous. You're doing your background while you're driving.
While I'm driving, they're like, this guy named Randy Blake. He was 27-1, and his only loss was 3 months prior to Mirko Krokop.
And he fought Mirko?
Mirko Krokop, and it was in Croatia. So
if you don't know who that is, real quick, that is one of the scariest men ever.
If you don't know who that is, you're definitely a casual. Yes. You don't even watch the sport.
God,
you probably
look at the standoff between him and Fabrizio, right?
Fabrizio Verdum,
yeah. Wow.
So and he lost a decision to him that was very controversial. He thought he won this, Randy Blake, anyway, and he's from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Actually, Wanderlei Silva. I just wanted to correct that.
Oh, hometown kid. So he's from Tulsa. You're talking about the whole booing. I'm getting there. And so
we got nothing but time, baby.
I remember we drew cards. We drew cards to see who you fought. I'll never forget. I draw a card. My card was the ace of spades. I drew Randy Boom Boom Blake, number 1, 27-1, hometown hero. I'm like, and I remember looking to my buddy Jeff and Ryan. I'm like, well, fuck it. We came here to beat everybody. We were going to fight him regardless. Like, I'm going to be in the championship. So whether it's first or last, we have to take him out. And sure enough, man, so he's the hometown guy. I come out. Nobody knows. Oh, and by the way, let me add this story in there. This is the night the Hanyak emerged. February 1st, 2013. I'm getting my hands wrapped. The guy comes over to me. I'm listening to my headphones. He's like, hey, do you have a fight nickname? I'm like, no. Put the headphones in. He walks off. He's walking out of the room. I pull out. I'm like, yo. I was like, hold on. Tonight I do. Call me the Hanyak. Just said it just like that. The Hanyak? I'm like, yeah, the Hanyak. Even my people are like, the Hanyak. I'm like, call me. Tonight I'm the Hanyak, right? I go out for that first fight. Nobody's really booing me per se, but they're cheering big for he's the hometown hero. Randy Boom Boom Blake. Yeah, it's his show. Yeah. It's his show to win. It's his 20 grand, right? And we go out there. I end up knocking him out in the third round. It was a standing knockout. The ref stopped it. I mean, he was on. I mean, the ref saved him. To put it light. Mm-hmm. And so I win and I'm fired up and people are cheering. They're like,
well, they got a good fight.
Because they got a good fight. They got this young kind of like, the Hanyak. They got the fucking Hanyak. So now, I'm like kind of easy to cheer for and like, right? So now all of his people are on my team. So when I walked out the next fight, everybody was cheering for me. And when I fought that guy, the second guy, I would beat him 100 out of 100 times. It just is what it is.
Any bumps and bruises from the first one?
Yes. So absolutely. And here's another thing about tournament fighting, man. I had what looked like a softball, a hemorrhage on my shin.
Like a hematoma type?
Like a hematoma was sticking out. I said hemorrhage. A hematoma was sticking out. And it was so sore. And I had ice on it. And when I was in the back before the second fight, I could barely stand up. Adrenaline is a hell of a drug, man. When it's go time, you don't think about anything else. You just go, and I've got countless stories about.
But you're dumping and building back up in that night.
Yes. The tournament fighting's so interesting, man. When you win a fight, you feel like the man, like the absolute man. You're on top of the world. Same thing when you lose a fight. It's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. You hear guys say it all the time, and it's exactly what it is. And so when you win a fight, you're like. Imagine a tournament. Everybody thinks the tournament fighting is hard. I actually relish in the tournament fighting because when I win, I'm like, oh, let's go again. Let's go again, baby. So you go back out there, right? That second guy I beat him 100 out of 100 times. Roy Broughton. He was an MMA guy. Dropped him with a body shot. He's done. Well, I'll never forget the guy I fought in the championship. He was 19-0. He was 17-0 entering that tournament. When I got there, no one knew who I was. I was the late replacement. No one knew who the hell I was. No, but they're all kickboxing guys. They don't know MMA guys. Mm-hmm. So this guy, and when I saw him at weigh-ins, I remember I drew Randy Boom Boom Blake, and I walked to my people, and I said, and I pointed at Brian Coletti was his name. And I pointed at Brian Coletti and I said, that's who we got to watch out for.
Was it Colette? It's Colette, right?
I think it's Coletti.
It
but
is
Brian
Coletti?
Colette.
Okay.
Brian Colette.
Yeah.
And I go, that's who we got to watch out for.
He didn't look like a fighter, though, really, to me. Wasn't he kind of soft?
No. He was definitely juiced up. And here's another thing. You know how many juiced up guys I fought in my career? He was 100% juiced up. I know for a fact, but no. He was a walking action figure specimen.
I'm confusing him with somebody else.
And now I follow him. If you follow him, because since I fought him, I followed his career. There's pictures where he looks juiced up and there's pictures where he looks kind of average. This guy's definitely a juicer. Anyway, long story short, he had no idea who I was. When we showed up that night, he was like sitting next to me. He was like, he had his laptop. He's like, hey, bro, check this out. He was showing me kickboxing fights. He was
him?
Of just other
I
fighters.
thought he was pulling like an Arnold and pumping iron.
No, he was just but listen, the funny thing is, he had no idea he'd be fighting me in the finals. He thought for sure he came there to fight Randy Boom Boom Blake.
Well, he learned.
And they were on opposite sides. He thought 100% when he was all buddy with me, he thought Boom Boom Blake's going to walk through me, right? And little did he know I'm saying this guy we got to look out for. So he's showing me fights. He's being buddy. His first fight, he goes out there and he chicken wings the guy. So we get to the final fight, going back to the booze. When I walked out for that final fight, every single person in that auditorium was cheering for the Hanyak. They loved him. Everybody. Yeah. I won over the entire crowd. And Brian Collette, after every one of his fights, after the 2 wins, he goes, that's my money. That's my money. And I just remember seeing that. I'm like, Rich, that's not your money. And so we get out there, man. I just relived the story with Jeff Cox, who was in my corner, and Brian Foster was in my corner. And I remember it's a good little fight, 3-minute rounds. And I pieced him up a couple times. And I heard the 10-second clapper. And I hear Jeff Cox, my corner, he goes, and I just hit him with a pretty good shot. And Jeff yells, go at him. Go at him. And I come in, and I came in with a big body shot. And then I came with a big body, a 2, a 3, and a 2. And it's like I was playing basketball with my hands. Every single shot hit, boom, 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 dribbled his head.
Break your hand again on the fucking table.
Dribbled his head off my gloves, and he did this little chicken wing walk and face planted straight down on the canvas. February 1st, 2013. That's my money. I won the $20K, and that's the night the Hanyak emerged. Bro.
Hanyak's coming out right now.
That story is epic, man. I kind of like these podcasts. This is stuff that people don't hear, man, but I'm taking to the grave with me. These stories are what make me stand so confident and strong. It's because when I say I've been through it to get to it, it's another thing, like the eyes on the prize. I'm not just saying it. It's got a deeper meaning to me. When I say I've been through it to get to it, when I step in the octagon, I step in there having faced every opponent I faced. I carry them on my back. When you go in there, we take pieces from each other. Mm-hmm. I literally own a piece of you and you own a piece of me. And that's another thing about fighting, man. You're leaving pieces of your body in that octagon for pure entertainment, time and time again. And I don't forget that. That does not go lightly on me. My right ankle has never been the same since the Khalil Roundtree fight. It has not, man. And we as fighters go in there for your guys' entertainment and put it all on the line. You have no idea what we go through. There's mornings I get out of bed. I told you guys I have to put these flip-flops on thanks to UFC and The Rock for these sandals. I guess it's a little plug for them. It's the one good thing they do.
We plug everybody in this show.
But I'm telling you, like when I get out of bed in the morning, my shit aches. Like I got to put these on so they don't hurt. And you leave pieces in there, man, and that piece of dribbling his head off my gloves. When I fight, I think of those fights. Yeah. I take a piece of him, and man, it helps me get through the next battle,
dude.
That's.
I don't think we've talked about this enough. Like that was a transitional moment. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a transitional moment.
Shout out Lucy Breaker, sponsors my boy Gaethje. If you could sponsor the Hanyak, I would really appreciate that. These are really good. Tag Lucy Breaker in this.
We will.
The Hanyak is expecting a few packages. I'm in Denver, Colorado. I don't know where. Yeah. And the Dones.
The Rear Naked Truth podcast.
The Rear Naked Truth podcast would love some of these. This is going to come through. I got a good feeling.
I like it. I like it better now. I had one.
Hey man, a closed mouth does not get fed. So.
Well, fuck, dude. We're hungry and thirsty for that matter. Sorry.
And I kill because
I'm not a professional fighter. I'm just a professional bullshitter. Dude, fuck, man. As you were getting ramped up, the fucking tornado looked like it was coming out. Right? You were like storming the storm.
I'll bring the storm, man. You know what? That is just kind of a perfect description. Like, I bring the storm. It is what it is, man.
Yeah,
and I love it too. I'll go dance out in that right now. I mean,
well, there's a lot of lightning. I mean, I don't want to. We got a couple
there's a lot of lightning. There's a little bit of wind.
Trip. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm gonna need a couple shots of Malort before we get there.
Oh no, please no.
Oh, tell the people about Malort, man. I introduced Dustin for the first time to Malort last night, and let me tell you, my man's approached it like he did a fight. He came out swinging.
I went hard. I don't back down. And Malort, I am not undefeated against Malort. It holds a victory over me.
We'll call it a draw because we already have an automatic rematch.
It's a pretty generous draw, but yeah, it got the best of me. Malort, Chicago, you guys are crazy. I love Chicago.
You know who else got the best of you one time?
Let's hear it. Remind me.
St. Louis.
I mean, who hasn't?
Pro 7 debut? Floors up.
Hey, are we talking the pro debut?
Yeah.
Are we talking all the way back to November 27th, 2010?
Your dates are blowing my mind. But we're talking about,
I'm a dates guy.
You know, after the fight, we, you were like, whatever, man. You took the L like a man, like a champ, like you always do. But then.
Took the L?
What?
You talking about my hand or the fight?
Oh, that wasn't the UFC.
Come on, bro.
I was fucking there.
You don't get to the UFC in less than a year by losing your pro debut.
Look, I say I analyze this sport, and I do, but, I've been to so many fights with this asshole that I can forget some things. The point being here is...
Let me tell the story, because what's really cool is I was just in that casino.
I want the people to like me, too.
Didn't I send you a picture?
Of what?
Inside that casino?
Yeah.
And I said, you remember this? Yeah. It was a couple weeks ago. We were in Illinois. I went to where I had my pro debut. I get done fighting. I'm pretty sure I break my right hand.
We'll throw the picture up after the fact.
Well, this is after the fight. I was pretty sure it was broke, right? And I get cleaned up. I'm able to clean up. We're getting ready to go out and enjoy the night.
Yeah.
And I'm walking through the big foyer at the hotel, and I hear Dustin Jacoby, like what this pre-Hanyak, whatever. He said, DJ. And I look up, and it's my good buddy Mikey Doan, 7 floors up. I was like, let's go, bro. We're about to go party, and fights are over.
I was like, just wait for me.
He's like, do you need a beer? And I think I had a beer in my left hand. I'm like, yeah, throw me a beer.
Dumbass.
Throw me a beer. 7 floors up. The whole time it's coming down. Right when I said throw me a beer, I was well aware of what I was putting myself into. The thunder rolls, man.
Hell, dude.
So, again, I know what I'm getting myself into. I think I have one loaded in the left hand. I'm like, yeah, bring it down. And I'm watching this beer come, and it's coming.
And you're an athlete.
And I'm really thinking about it the whole time. I can go back to this time and moment. And I'm like, don't catch it with your right hand. Don't catch it with your right hand. Make a switch. Don't let it hit the ground. And it happened so fast. And I try catching it with my right hand. And as soon as it hits my hand, like I felt like when I punched Bruno Lopez a month ago, I felt the break. And I was like, well, if it wasn't broke before, it's broke now. And so this asshole was responsible for my broken hand.
Dude.
Mimosa.
That was so ridiculous. You made it out of the fight relatively unscathed, and then you fucking
First round
catch
knockout,
a Bud Light
like
toss
two and a half minutes.
No other than my dumbass. I'm never going to do that again for the record.
Well, and to your credit, you didn't know I had a broken hand. You thought, that's another thing.
I don't think that matters when I'm throwing somebody a beer from 70 feet with gravity behind it.
7 floors, gravity. Yeah, it's real.
Fucking hell, dude. That reminds me of, I'm gonna tell a little bit of a story here because, yeah, I'm a friend, I'm a fan, but the nights that Dustin fights, he's not the only one that takes an L. On one of his other pro fights. We're all in it together. We're in it together. And look, there's fights after the fight. I had a fight one night, with the law. Which fight was that? We were in Island Lake, Illinois.
That was my 5th pro fight. That was June 25th, 2011.
Yes. And I was doing what I do best.
Just before I made my just before I made my UFC debut.
The only fight that I can beat Dustin in is the fight to last call at a bar. I'll win that every fucking time.
Especially
I'm
when
undefeated.
The Lord's involved.
Yeah, sure. That's my
this guy last night
secret
was trying
juice.
to keep me out and about. I'm like, bro, I'm spinning so bad.
Dude, so
Go on with your story.
We're out in Island Lake at some, riverside type bar. The whole crew, his brother's there, everybody's there. We're pounding. We got like this caravan of a situation leaving the bar as soon as, it's post-victory celebrations, right? So we're all leaving. We're going back to the hotel. We're going to get it in. I just so happen to be the last one in the caravan, which you would think is a good thing, when you're driving when you shouldn't be. I was 23 years old. So
young and dumb. We all
young, dumb, full of cum, man. Of course, in a town that I think has a population of 1,300, I get pulled over. So Dust, Darren, all the people in the cars in front of me.
Yeah, I'm in a different vehicle.
Yeah, prick. But anyways, I get pulled over. I'm getting pulled over by, Paul Blart mall cop situation. Like, it was a 21-year-old guy. His backup was his 68-year-old grandmother, and I'm not bullshitting about this. They pull me over. I do the walk. I haven't drank. What time is it? I don't fucking know. I don't have a watch on. I end up getting arrested for a DUI. Sucks. So Dustin got to go back to the hotel with his people.
We're like, where are these guys?
Just in jail.
Just in jail. Just taking a quick nap in jail. Just sleeping it off.
I just had a cold blanket, pillowless nap
sleeping
for
it
13 hours. Had to get bailed out by my ex-wife who, I wish I would have had a little bit of pity her way. I didn't have water for 13 hours. I was drunk. I woke up. She's like, what the fuck did you do? But yeah, man.
He's like, but I'm thirsty.
Look, I think I asked him for a beer. I'm like, I'm already arrested. Can I have one more? But dude, that you think that, your fighter friends are the only ones who fight. No, you got to battle. I mean, another fucking time when we were in Paris or New York at one of your fights. Some asshole is getting bumped up by some of our lady friends. He gets pissed. We have a brawl. And I'm like talking to this guy. I'm like, dude, there's our ladies. Let's take it easy. They're not trying to start anything. I'm trying to cool this down. The last thing you want is a professional fighter getting in your face. And the real last thing you want is a professional fighter's brother getting in your face, who is as scary, if not more scary than this guy. And then, of course, this guy gets up, pushes one of her boys. I push him over. Darren comes in. Dustin's like, let me at this motherfucker. It was a whole bad situation. So it's just, word to the wise, if your friend fights, you have to have the same level of responsibility post-fight as he does pre-fight.
Well, and that's another thing about fight nights is it brings out the Billy badasses, every last one of them. And we're all guilty, right?
Rub his dick and twist it.
On fight night, everybody's a tough guy.
Everyone
can do this and that. It's just it's a special event, man. It's a different type of event. But it takes those guys that can channel that and harness that anger and that aggression. I mean,
the amount of dudes that I see, Dust, when we're at your fights, walking around with their fucking their chests pumped is so bizarre to me.
Everybody's a tough guy, man. And on fight nights, everybody truly believes it. And that's what makes professional fighters at my level, at the highest level, the most unique individuals, because it's about being able to channel that energy and aggression, harness it, and go perform inside a locked cage. Look, my twin brother is a fucking badass. You would never want to meet this guy.
Great guy though. Put it that way.
I love Darren. Yeah, man. You never want to meet this guy in a dark alley, but you got to be able to control that too. You got to be able to channel that. You got to be able to think your way through those pivotal moments. Mm-hmm. And that's what fighting at the highest level is, just human chess, man. It's you're going to take your licks. It's being able to put your best, get hit, be rocked, put your best poker face on, and continue marching forward. And that's something that I think I've been blessed with. And again, it hasn't happened overnight. When I say forged in fire, I go back to this, man. The Hanyak is not the same Hanyak he was 10 years ago. He's just advanced. He's leveled up. He's 1% better through all those days. And it's about being able to stay calm in the fire.
I got a question about that. You talking about staying calm in the fire, you know what I mean? Like being able to maintain an emotionless level head. And maybe you can't even answer this, dude, because this is sort of an off-the-cuff question. Can. What is it like being on the stool? Are you having any thoughts? Or are you still sort of just in reactive mode?
Yeah, you're still just in reactive mode. And the stool moments they're always unique. They're always different. One that really comes to mind was when I fought Mikhail Oleksiejczyk at UFC 272.
Won that fight?
Yeah, it was March 5th, 2022. I remember that first round was kind of tough for me. He was hard to figure out. He was a left-handed southpaw.
Pretty good boxing, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real good boxing. And the guy said, shout out, man, he's a buddy of mine, man. He always hits me up. And that's another thing, man. When you fight these guys, you cheer for these guys. When I beat somebody, I want them to go on a 10-fight win streak.
You're one of the only guys I know that does that.
I don't want them to go lose. I don't want it, because then that means that means it was an easy win. I hate that. Mm-hmm. And I want the guys that I beat. When I beat Bruno Lopez, I told him right afterwards, hey, man, keep your head up. I'm going to always be cheering for you. I will always be cheering for you. I want to see you go on a 10-fight win streak. I want to see you beat these guys.
Did he understand anything you said?
I think so. Yeah, yeah, those guys, you never really know. But I think his corners were kind of letting him know too. But on the stool, man, it's so different. I remember the one that sticks out was the Oleg Zaitchik fight. And I remember after the first round, and I hurt my ankle pretty bad that fight. It was a couple fights it was before. So my ankle was already a little messed up. It was before the round tree, but I could not run that camp. And anymore, I don't run anymore. I do the Aerodyne bike. Yeah. But back then I would run. That's where I fight a lot of fights. Again, doing today what others won't. So tomorrow I can do what others can't. When I run, I fight those fights every day when I run. And I couldn't run that much that camp, so my cardio wasn't the best. I was a little bit bigger. I was a little bit more jacked, more just not as in great cardio shape. I remember sitting on the stool. I'm like, shit, man, I cannot find this guy. And coach is talking to me, and you're having.
He was a little smaller than you too. He could move pretty well.
He was smaller. He was quicker. Yeah. He's an 85er. That's another thing to say. Talk with my coach. I'm like, man, I can't find this guy. I was like, and I felt lost.
And Mark is an unreal coach. You guys need to check out Montoya.
Great coach, man.
Even better man.
And he's like, just relax, just slow it down a little bit. Well, in that fight, I remember I clipped him early in the second round, and I dropped him, and I went crazy because my killer instinct, man, that's what I do. If I sense blood, I'm going for the kill.
It's Shark Week.
Shark Week, baby. And I hit him. Oh, yeah, the hand's still broke. Kind of feel that. I hit him with an elbow that I couldn't believe he was still standing. But again, I'm far along in my career. He's a
fucking stoic Polak, man. He's a Polish man who is a hard
freaking Hanyak, a Polish soldier, man.
Yes.
That's what a Hanyak is, a Polish soldier, a rebel without a cause, an aggressive athlete, just a maniac. And that's what he is. And so then we get to the third, we get on the stool after the second round because I spin everything. I won the second round. He won the first round. I dominated the second round. I tried finishing him. And I'm on the stool, and I am freaking like, I tell coach, bro, I'm done. I don't know he's like, you're not done. Dude, it takes words of wisdom. It takes guys believing you, talking you out of it, talking you off the ledge, because you don't know how many fighters are ready to quit, man. We're humans. You said at the beginning of this podcast, we're human beings, okay? We're no different than anybody. At the end of the day, and I realize that so much, everyone is human. So I know what it takes to be able to get it done. And I remember sitting there on the stool, and I was so defeated, and I had just won the round. And coach was like, dude,
was it just the cardio?
It was the cardio.
Okay.
He's like, you got 5 more minutes, man. And to this day, I don't know how I did it, dude. It's just, it's my heart, man. It's the heart that I put into it. And I'll never forget. I was so happy because I had just got a new contract, and that was the most money I'd ever made in a fight. And I remember going up to my wife and just kind of talking. I was just so proud for her, so happy for me, so happy for everyone involved. And it was like my first kind of like, holy shit, like I am real. Like I can win these fights because, dude, I'm wearing a Muhammad Ali shirt. It says, man, I am the greatest. And one thing he said, man, is it takes a man that has been drugged down to the bottom, that has been at the bottom, that has been drugged through mud. It takes that special individual to know what it takes to rise above that and get the job done. And when I say I feel like my mind's so unbreakable at this point in my career, and the Hanyak is forged in fire, it's moments like that I always revert back to when things get hard. Like, I did it. I've already done it once. It can be done again. That's the biggest thing, man, is confidence and belief that people lack, that they just don't think they can do it. I sat on that stool, looked at my coach, and I was like, I can't do it. And he's like, DJ, you can. You got 5 more minutes to change your life. 5 more minutes to change your career. Gosh, that touches me so much, man, because once you've conquered your fears and you've conquered that breaking point, man, it takes you to a whole other level.
Yeah, man.
And that's where I feel like I'm at my career. And again, I keep saying it, man, forged in fire. Like I think back on moments like that when I told myself I couldn't, but I had people in my corner that told me I could, and I ultimately got it done. And it was just awesome, man. That's why I stand so strong today.
Bro, I think if I'm
By the way, this has been a great fucking podcast. I feel like this is one of the most comfortable I've felt on the podcast, and I can't wait for you guys to flourish and take off.
Oh, dude, we appreciate it. And I just want the opportunity to always talk to my boy. If it's about fucking golfing, it's about, trucks, if it's about fighting. Dude, one of the things, though, that I'm reading between the lines is like, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but like on the stool, if I'm seeing a theme, what you're saying to me is it's the people that are coaching you through that are guiding you through that, because you're in a war, but you have that 60 seconds to be able to reset, recenter. And I mean, you shout out coach like 5 times there, dude. I think the people in your corner are what get you through those stool moments, because you wanted to give up. You were saying, you were like, I can't do it.
Hey man, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You are as strong as the people you surround yourself with. You're all a link. You're all a massive chain, and there's just a little kink, just kink in that link, man, it's going to break. And when I say it all the time. When I make that walk, I'm making that walk with people. I like Brian Foster is a guy I love having in my corner. Cody Burns, Randy Cruz, Mark Montoya.
Shout out to Cody.
They're guys where this is how I think of it. I know there's 2 of us locked in there, but if shit hits the fan and there's a big brawl and just total mayhem,
I want Cody Brundage in my corner.
You want people next to you that are going to come out swinging for you, and that you're not in this alone. And when you walk to that Octagon, man, I love having people on my back that I know if shit hits the fan, these guys got my back. And yeah, man, it's special. Who you take with you and who you surround yourself. Let's just go back to who you surround yourself is the most important thing in life, man. It's you're the sum of your 5 best friends. You're the sum of the 5 best people that you put around you.
I want to say, dude, like you say, surround yourself with good people. I mean, I'm just to be fucking mush.
It's the ultimate, man.
I love that you guys allow us to be a part of it in any way. If that's peripherally, in this case, giving me a good chat. I fucking love that. But you keep saying something. I want to bring something up. You forged in fire. That resonates with me. Maybe not from the way that you're thinking, though, because I think forged in fire, and I'm thinking about your dog. Like, he was forged in fire, man. From the moment you tried to literally breed this dog, right? Like, he felt the fire, literally, in his penis. It might be too much, but there's a story about Dak and his battles, too, where, like I said earlier, I have fights after the fight. Dak, the dog, the chocolate lab, he's the pride of the Jacobys.
Shout out Dak, man. He is, baby. He is.
I think they were trying to create a trophy dog. Can I dig into this story? Is that too R-rated, X-rated for this pod? No.
I feel like Dak does not give his full consent for this.
Do you like that fucking segue that was seamless as shit? It wasn't, maybe. It was.
So I bred my dog, and he got a bacterial infection. The one time I bred him, had a little STD, as they call it. Well, what was STD last night?
STD was Sleepy Time Dustin.
Sleepy Time Dustin. That's after the Malort. So I was full of STDs last night. At the end of the night, Kayla wanted nothing to do with me.
That's the thumbnail. That's the caption. Dustin Jacoby was STD. Sleepy Time
Dustin. Okay, yeah.
No, dude, your dog had a fucking STD, man. That's terrible.
Yeah, man. I felt bad for the guy. I love that he got it done. He got to, just enjoy what we all enjoy, just to feel that.
He enjoyed it too much.
He enjoyed it. They were locked up for several minutes. I felt bad for the poor bastard, but you know what?
Locked up.
Dogs are so tough. They are, and they're just so full of love. I see Killian right now. I just love them, man. We don't
Dustin's
deserve
in a
dogs.
loving mode, and I'm bringing up fucking canine
dogs.
STDs. Dude, your dog had an STD. My aunt's dog is a hermaphrodite right now. He had a urinary tract infection that destroyed his penis, so they removed his red rocket, cut him a vagina. He is a full-blown hermaphrodite, Shih Tzu hermaphrodite, which is a weird phrase, but it's.
Did he lose himself?
No, I think he maybe found himself. I think he's just leaned into his new sexual orientation. He's just very pure. He's the purest and in today's
world
of liberation around pronouns, he's a them or they are them, and he's here to sure. Yeah.
I'm a man, just a man.
Yes.
Yeah, there was another time we got jumped in Quincy, Illinois. It's crazy.
We're just gonna cut these
at a friend's house that I thought was a friend and his dad, and I mean, I guess even to this day, it's
thought it was a friend.
Well, yeah, now you don't know because I think all his people tried punching me and beating me up. But let me talk about my brother too. My brother is an hour and 20 minutes away, and I immediately call him. This is like 3:00 in the morning. And guess who's there an hour and 15 minutes later?
You got to get him a new truck, faster truck.
Him and his wife. And my brother's there ready to kill any motherfucker standing in his way. And, man, that's another guy, dude. My brother is a fucking maniac, a crazy guy. I love that guy to death. He's so hard to explain because when I start talking about him, I tell people how badass he is. It's like...
You know it the second you meet him.
It's not... Yeah, he's a guy that... Anymore, again, we're older. We're 37. He's got 3 beautiful girls. My oldest niece just graduated high school. She's going to play college soccer. All 3 nieces are they got the Jacoby genes, man. They're studs. And my brother, he's a badass, but he's also an awesome dude, very loving, very caring. But just don't get on his bad side, man, because he's ruthless. He'll fucking cut your throat and not think twice about it. But that doesn't mean he's not a good person. He's a huge lover. If he loves you, you're good. The difference between my brother and I, we're talking right now. If my brother doesn't like you, like he has no problem grabbing your head and just bouncing it off the table and like, what are you going to do? Like, I would never do that to somebody. I'd never really beat anybody up that I knew I could beat up. My brother, on the other hand, he doesn't care if you're here or here. And of course he wants here, but whatever. If you piss him off, you're getting hurt. It's like
there's a great thing.
Again, we're older. It's not so much like that, but we've had some crazy days.
I think this is like good, colorful context too, because I've watched a lot of your fights.
Shout out my brother. I can't wait for you to watch this. He always watches my podcast. I love that guy. So he'll be tuning into the.
I fucking hope he is. I've watched a lot of fights with you, Darren. And the only guy that I'm more scared of than you on those nights is being around your brother while he's watching your fights. It's to the uninitiated in our little circle, right? Our big circle for that matter. I initially kind of was just like, because Darren and I have a good rapport, and I would kind of want to be me, go up and talk to him and shit like that. And I learned real quick. You give Darren his fucking 6 feet of personal space when he's watching you because he can't be around anybody. He's in there with you.
And you don't act like, don't ever try confronting my brother with anything. Like,
no,
he doesn't want to hear it. We have our own relationship. We've both been through it, and he doesn't want you to tell him how good of friends we are. Like he has no remorse for anyone else when it comes to that. And I love it, and I'm with it. Like, don't act like, don't tell me anything because I already know everything.
Can I kind of piggyback on that? And I know we're running here, but let's just keep flowing with it if you're good with it.
I'm good, man.
You're staying here, so you got no fucking choice.
Watch. I forgot my watch in Denver. I'm super pissed about it. My watch is like my lifeline. So what time it is my phone.
Has being in this position for now as long as you have been, has that had to force you to sort of I think I know the answer to this, but like, has it forced you to have a guard against like the people that you allow in?
Yeah, absolutely, man. A little bit, because listen, everybody wants to be my friend. I'm already a likable guy, but I've got a ton of friends, and it's like, they're my friends for a reason. And it's people that try forcing their way. Like, I don't need new friends. I'm so blessed because I have an army of people behind me. So yeah, I do put my guard up a little bit, and my brother's 10 times worse. Mm-hmm. He's like, fuck off. Like, I mean, just is what it is, man. And look, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, but there's those that have been around the whole time. Quite frankly, you were at my pro debut. Mm-hmm. We had a relationship 15 years ago. And there's people that have been around for 5 years that, think that they're the main character. Show, the main character. And it's like, it's not, it's just, there's a time and place for it. Just read the room, man. Read the room. And
you're never not grateful for it, I think, is the most important thing.
No, and I do, and I appreciate the love. But we're going on my brother's topic. He doesn't want to.
Darren, you're getting a lot of shine in this episode, for the record.
Bro, that's my rider, man. That's my guy. It's like when I fight, dude. Like, God, here comes the tears.
You guys,
but I put on for both of us, man. Like, my brother always wanted to fight. Like, yeah, that's what he loved doing. Like, he loved his career, and he lives through me, through the fighting. I mean, he doesn't live through me. He's got his own family, his own life. He loves you chasing successful. Your dream. But he's when I chase the dream, I chase it for both of us. And yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love that shit. I think it just stands testament to what it means to have the people around you, brother.
Yeah, and man. That one hits deep because
dude, God, he's doing the same thing while you're fighting, bro. You never see it. You never see it, but the people who are in the room with him.
Oh, I know. Stay away.
God,
stay
dude.
away from him. You don't want to hear shit. Win or
I
lose.
swear, I watch you take a fucking left cross. That motherfucker feels it. He feels it 100%, dude. I'm getting emotional.
That's another thing about fighting. Like,
why are we fucking crying?
It's one thing to watch a fight. It's another when you know somebody in it that you care for. That, like when my brother fought, dude. Every single time, I have full confidence in my brother in a fight. Like if you want to fight,
oh yeah, I'm bringing Darren.
But when I'm sitting there, I want to just sit him in my seat, and I want to step where he is. And I know he feels the same way. Yeah. You know, it's just.
I think he's pissed because he's not in there with you.
It's just natural, man. It's so different when you know somebody, when you care for somebody, when you love them. And the biggest thing, you just don't want to see him hurt. You don't want to see him hurt, and that's mentally or physically. You just don't want to see him hurt, and that's what's so vulnerable about fighting is I'm okay with it, man. Again, the secretary, it's the will to win, it's the will to accept losing.
Shout out to that movie, dude.
Dude, it really.
You've been doing two things in this whole podcast. You've been spitting ridiculous one-liner quotes, inspirational quotes, and plugging the secretariat. It's unreal.
What a special horse, man.
Are we talking about you or the real?
And I am a pony. I am a horse. You know, that's something in my last post, dude. It's like, I was like,
oh my God.
I can't wait to put on a show. Like, I'm ready to saddle up. My opponent had a cowboy hat on, and the first thing that came to mind is like, let's saddle up, boy. Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm ready to ride this fucking pony. I'm ready to ride this bull, man. And little shit fires me up. That's one thing, dude, I love about the Diaz brothers. Is everyone's got their own story with the Diaz and they think they're bad people. But man, if you watch those guys and they act how they act, but they don't do it. They do it for themselves. They do it to hype themselves up. They do it to hold themselves accountable.
A really famous person did that too. At the end of
every single fight, you watch a Diaz fight, pull up any fight. They pick the guy off the ground. They shake their hand. It's all love because they have respect for him. That shit talking is to hype themselves up. It's to...
Michael Jordan did that.
Man, that's what it's...
He'd make up things about people so he would be the most ultimate version of a competitor.
And I do that so much. I think all the greats do that, man. And again, when I go back to that mindset, guys like me, guys like Justin Gaethje, guys like Brian Foster, guys at the highest level, the guys that do this, they do it. They challenge themselves, man. It's an inner challenge. It's not a race against you. It's a race against me. It's hyping yourself up, man. It's believing yourself and putting it on the line, man. Time and time again.
You bring up Gaethje. You were golfing with him the other day. We got a little golf tournament.
Yeah, shout out Justin Gaethje, man. He's a good buddy of mine. I love that dude. A great dude, man. He's the ultimate competitor. There's not
most violent man in a violent game.
There's not anything he doesn't think he can do, and that's what separates guys like us. Is you tell us we can't do something, we're gonna do it.
Is it the same way on the course?
It's a little bit delusional too.
Don't you have to be?
Yusuf's Law is another good name that comes to my mind. The guy's so delusional. There's literally nothing that Yusuf does not think he can do, and he's half right and he's half wrong. And you
live by that?
Oh yeah.
I live by Murphy's Law. If it can happen, it will happen with me. Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Like, do I think I can win the lottery? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I think I can go out there in this rainstorm and get struck by lightning? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I think if I jump in the water and see sharks, I can get eaten by a shark? Do I think I can win the Powerball? Yes. The answer is yes to all of that.
I fucking love this, bro. The answer is yes to all of that,
bro. If I believe I can win the Powerball, I have to believe I can get struck by lightning. I truly do. I mean, that's how I live my freaking life.
We're gonna gamble today, but just for the record, just a quick recap.
Gamble every day.
43-second recap. We talked about lightning, sharks, and the Powerball, and you connected them.
Yes,
that's fucking remarkable.
And all three are extreme and
impossible.
I live extreme, man.
I want to switch the order up on how we experience those things, but like we're gonna get there, dude. We're gonna fucking get there. God damn, we've covered some ground here. I feel like I'm the line chef. I'm cutting shit up for you, and I'm letting you fucking cook right now. I want to hear more.
That's a great. That's how I roll, baby. That's how you roll.
No
We're playing our roles perfectly. You know.
Yeah, dude.
Perfection.
Is it? I asked
I
you
know
a
my
question,
role, and I play
and I
it well.
interrupted you, and you didn't hear me.
And I live well.
And you have selective hearing sometimes, for the record.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all good.
I really do.
Kayla
knows.
Does the Hanyak come out on the course too?
Huh, you kidding me?
Because, like I said earlier, the only thing I can beat you at is a race to the last call.
Here's the thing about the Hanyak.
Be the golfer tomorrow, if I'm being honest.
You're gonna be the golfer.
I want to be like
And
the
then
guy. I want to be hoisted up.
I'm just gonna be like the janitor. I'm there to clean things up.
I want people to be like,
when
holy
they don't
shit,
go
there's
right.
Mike Doan. What did he do? He won a golf tournament. Was it good? No, it was best ball. Like, I want to be that guy.
Well, it's a scramble.
I've never really had a shine in my life.
You're gonna. Oh, Mike. And you live for the shine. You're shining. You shine bright like a diamond, my man. Hey, look, you're gonna have your moments tomorrow. I'm the janitor. I'm just there to clean up the mess.
Custodial.
I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna come in afterward with my big old keychain, my 1,000
and your
keys,
Lucy's.
my Lucy breakers, Lucy breaker. Again, I expect these. The Doans and Jacobys are coming. I can't believe Gaethje. What the hell, man? He hasn't hooked me up yet. Somebody he is, but
he just uses you to feed his golf ego, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, Gaethje, we all know who the best golfer in the UFC is. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it loud and proud.
DC, who isn't listening but might,
hey,
he's got something to say
with
about that.
said, Gaethje just beat me, and we just played a little round. My first round back with 2 hands. Guy shot a 75. The guy's been playing golf every single day.
Nate Diaz, remember when he said, Conor McGregor, I want your fucking ass. He was saying, Conor McGregor, you stole everything I worked for. Gaethje stole a Ferrari potentially from you.
Yeah, I better get in that Fanatics next year because I'm telling you right now, I live for this. We do a C-Town Throwdown event every year. My good buddy T-Hud sets it all up. It's golf, it's shuffleboard, it's ping pong, it's darts, it's basketball, it's baseball, it's frisbee, anything sports related. And listen, I'm the pound for pound #1 pick anytime on that. If you don't take me, it's a terrible pick. So the Fanatics Fest, the Fan Fest that Gaethje was in fact, we talked about it. Gaethje goes, bro, you got to do that next year. I know you're going to be in the top 3. He's like, you can get second because I'm going to win. I'm like, no.
And you'll be wearing the pins and aces. We're just a brothel for plugs here for the record.
You already know. And yeah, pins and aces. Come on, dog. Shout out Pins and Aces.
Fuck yeah.
#1 golf brand in the world.
Who are our boys,
Colorado.
Liam and Colin?
No, come on, man.
I just fucked up their names?
Come on.
It's Liam.
Man. Yeah, Liam's one of them.
No, that was who was in Vegas. That's not.
Yeah, I'm talking about my promoter boys.
That was like the marketing dude.
I'm a marketing dude, so I'm giving shout outs to the gents that I was hanging with. We won't fucking cut it. We don't cut here.
Yeah, you got Liam and Nick. Nick Mertz and Liam, and they're related through in-laws. They're in-laws. Nick married Liam's sister. And Liam's dad is a business guru, and
look,
Nick is an e-commerce killer. And those guys built a business from nothing, from the ground up. And I mean, I think they do really well. My producer might do as well if she comes with another drink.
Ooh,
they're just building it up from the ground up. But
dude,
hey, shout out Pins and Aces, man! Best golf gear in the biz. Love those guys. They take care of the Hanyak. Anything I ask for, anything I need, they hook me up. And just a great company. They're a brand for the people. They're the people's brand.
They made some badass shirts for the last fight.
Yeah. In fact, I almost wore that shirt.
I was going to too.
It's upstairs.
Would have been the ultimate.
It?
Yeah, it's
Did
fucking
you buy
upstairs. I was wearing it.
Okay, let's go.
Kelly just wants to remind everybody.
Use the friends and family discount because
You had a beer right
Guys,
here
you gotta use code Hanyak.
No, I'm not using that. I'm paying real price because I want to.
Code Hanyak gets you 20%.
I want to invest in other people's businesses. I'm not using it.
If we're gonna have,
I love it.
If we're gonna have the Wyvies in the midst of the interviews chime in, then you need a fucking mic, and we have one.
We have an extra mic.
Yes, we do.
Whoa, we have a mic. We have an extra mic.
Should we keep rolling, or are you still
two
feeling
mics?
it? We got 4 mics.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Kayla, are you ready to come in
Where are
here?
you getting 5 from?
Mike.
Oh.
It's Mike.
You on the mic with Mike. Are we going to keep going? We've been obviously having a couple of fucking breaks because of the weather, because of...
I don't think we've really broke once.
The need for beers, the need for potential changes of subject. There was some off-camera conversation that was a little X-rated for the pod. But, brother, it's been my fucking pleasure. You've had to deal with Kelly and I talking about this for the last 3 years, being like, oh, we're going to do this little project thing. Can you come and talk to us? I follow your career. No, dude, this has been exceeding of all expectations. If we did anything today, I hope that we get to show people everything that goes behind what it means to be a fighter, but even more than that, a good human. So I appreciate you, brother.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate you guys. And like I've said over and over again, life's about, it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's about surrounding yourself with good people. You guys are part of my crew. I love you guys. I love being on this podcast. I'm expecting big things from you with this. I think you guys have a gold mine here that you can, just go and reach the world with it. So, and I'm thankful that I can use my platform to talk about these things. I think we had a lot of good conversation today. I think there were some nuggets out there that hopefully can touch some people. And yeah, man.
Speaking of big things, Dustin Jacoby, A Life in Quotes, Volume 1 comes out October 1st.
Oh,
check
October
out
1st,
Amazon or Barnes & Noble, wherever you get your reading material. That's coming. So that's going to be a good book. I'm really looking forward to that too.
Hell yeah, man. I'll be I'll definitely be tuning in, no doubt. You know what's funny too is when I do these podcasts, I never really watch them myself because I'm my own worst critic.
Of course.
I hate how I look. I hate how I talk. Like, I don't know. There's things I'm like, I don't even want to watch that. So dude, so much from my fights, like the interviews, the clips, I don't even watch that shit. I really don't. Like,
that's
people like,
the Johnny Depp approach. He never watches his movies ever.
No kidding.
Never.
I'm that same way. I just don't like it. I don't know, because I'm my own worst critic and I'm so hard on myself. But this one I might tune in. I really.
I certainly fucking hope so, brother.
It flowed smooth and.
To quote John Hanyak, the man in which this fight was built around. Like this is a project, dude, that we were like. Obviously, it's going to keep going, but I wanted to get time with you because you're my fucking boy. I'm going to be a ride or die with you forever. So, man, I'm pumped to see.
Hey, you said it best, man. Whether I was driving a FedEx truck or fighting in the UFC Octagon, we're still buddies, and I appreciate that about you. And I appreciate you guys. I wish you the best.
Yeah, man. Tune into the After Hours show because I think we should talk about some FedEx stories because you got a couple of those too.
I got a couple good FedEx stories.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the FedEx and UPS workers. Those guys work their ass off. Every single time.
There'll be a list of plugs at the end.
Every single time they come to my house, I thank them. I ask them about their day. I ask them how many stops they had
steal their
left,
truck.
how many stops they've had done. And no, I understand the work, man. I appreciate the work and shout out to all the people that just work. Just hard work, man.
Thank you, service people.
For real, though.
That was fun, dude.
Can you guys kiss now?
Boom.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. No, we did that already. I'm not drunk enough for that. I don't. Do you want to be choked out? It sucks.
Here, can we put him on the brink of a choke? Like on the brink of going
No.
out? Let's just see on the brink of going
I'm not. It sucks.
3 seconds.
We already got it.
3 seconds.
Do it for real. This is the Rear Naked Truth. You gotta get choked out.
I don't want to be choked out.
Every guest you have should put this squeeze on
I'm
for
not
3
fucking
seconds.
Alex Jones.
3 seconds.
3 seconds.
I like it. You
No.
said you wanted to do a wing cut.
Can you just put it over my chin so it's not really getting me?
I can count to 3.
I don't want it. I don't want to break my fuck.
You want it over the chin.
Get in there. Just
Over the chin.
look, he's never gonna
It breaks my fucking windpipe.
Get in there. Get in
Oh, just do it without over my chin.
Hold on. Oh,
there.
no. You
Right
don't.
in the chin.
I don't want it.
Chin. He goes, I don't want it.
I don't want it full, dude.
Hold on. You guys count it out.
Ready? With Mississippi's or no Mississippi?
No fucking Mississippi's. It's gonna go
I'm
so.
waiting for the count.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was close. That was so faster than I thought.
Hey, honestly, I think that's a good plug for the end of every podcast.
I thought maybe I'd just deal with it.
Episode 1, Dustin Jacoby chokes out.
It feels like you're gonna fucking die. Thanks for not doing it over the windpipe like last night.
Oh, Rob, I thought he was trying to cut. He did it for at least 6 seconds.
you didn't hit it.
You
I'm
were
appreciative.
drunk. You didn't come out.
He let me
I
take
know.
a little bit of chin in there. Oh man,
There
that was so
there-
fast.
Mike was like, stop. He was like, I'm not stopping until you tap.
I didn't know that, so I was slapping them.
He was tapping on. There was 1.5 seconds. He was.
so tight, dude.
It was one and a half.
It was 1.5 seconds, and I kept squeezing too. I didn't let go. I made him feel.
I like the plug though. Rear Naked Truth. You gotta do a.
Rear naked choke.
Yep. Fine.
was
We'll do it every time, but he's not gonna.
Are we still live?
Still alive.
We're still going, dude. We're here for the long haul.
You want me to end it?
Yeah.